Good morning, boys and girls. We have our little phonics helper back today. Oh, he's being a little shy. He sits. He sits. Say hi. He likes me being home, but he's a little bit jealous that you guys get more attention than he does. So he has to come sit by me and make sure that I don't forget him. Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to learn what's called the doubling rule. Okay, the doubling rule. And I'm not going to have you write these words today because there's a lot of other things to write, and I would rather you pay attention. Okay? So instead of getting your pen and your paper, your whiteboard out, I want you to put your serious cap on. Okay? Make sure your ears are listening. Make sure your eyes are paying attention. Okay? This is I shouldn't say hard, because it's not that hard, but these are some things, some rules that you're going to want to remember. And really, as you start reading a lot, it becomes natural to you. You don't have to remember the rules. But for today, I really need you to think and pay attention, okay? Okay, as you can see, I've done quite a bit of writing on my board today. Okay? And these all have root words. Okay, do you guys remember what root words are? Okay, good job. A root word is a simple word that does not have anything added to it, such as a suffix or anything like that. It's the main word. Okay, so we have stop, drip, and run. Those are all root words. Okay, they stand on their own. We know what they mean. Okay, they don't need anything else to complete them. Now we can add things to them that changes the meaning a little bit, okay? And these are called suffixes, okay? And over here I've added suffixes to them. You can see I've put the plus, our ed suffix, plus our ing suffix, and plus our y suffix. So we're going to want to change stop to stopped, drip to dripping, and run to runny. Okay, now sometimes we think we would just add this ed or ing or y, and that is not the case. There are rules that we have to do. Okay, these are all vowel suffixes, and the way I know is they start with a vowel. There's an e, an I, and a y, so they are all vowel suffixes. Okay, and y is being a vowel in this case because it's saying e. Sometimes y is not a vowel, right? When we add ed to stop, we're changing it from stop to stopped. Okay, from stop to stopped. Okay, the first thing we want to look at is you can see that I have squares above each of the words. Okay, I'm going to put a check mark. Okay, the first thing I'm going to look at, I'm only going to put a check mark if it ends with a vowel consonant. Okay, if it ends with a vowel consonant, then I'm going to put a check mark. So let's see, stop. If it ends with a vowel consonant, so I'm going to put a check mark. Drip ends with a vowel consonant, so I'm going to put a check mark. Run ends with a vowel consonant, so I'm going to put a check mark. Okay, that's my first step. Okay, now the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to put a check mark if the suffix is a vowel suffix. Well, look, we already decided they are all vowel suffixes. Starts with a vowel, starts with a vowel, starts with a vowel. Okay, all of these have two check marks. Okay, when they've ended with a vowel and a consonant and they start with a vowel suffix, we are going to double the last letter before adding the consonant. So you can see I have stop here. There's my root word stop. But then I added another P and ED, stopped. Okay, drip, you can see I have my root word there, drip, but I have two check marks. So that means I'm going to do the doubling rule. I'm going to add another P, dripping. Runny. Okay, I have my vowel consonant plus a suffix that is a vowel because the Y is saying E, so that means I have to double the N, runny. Okay, now we don't always double, so let me show you some more words in which maybe the case is that we don't double. Okay, looking at these words, we have our root words, snoop, milk, and rim. Remember our boxes above, we're going to put a check mark if it ends with one vowel and a consonant. Now if you look at snoop, it does end with a vowel and a consonant, but that O is not working by itself. It's taking both O's to say oo. So it's not just ending with one vowel and a consonant, it's ending with two vowels and a consonant. So I can't put a check mark. Okay, does milk end with a vowel and a consonant? Nope, it ends in two consonants. Good job. What about rim? Does it end in a vowel and a consonant? It sure does, so we are going to put a check mark. Okay, our second step, remember we're going to look and see if they have a vowel consonant. That means a vowel suffix, excuse me. Mrs. Jensen's getting tongue twisted. She's going to look, and you're going to look and see if the suffixes are vowel suffixes. Okay, ed is, because it starts with an E, that's a vowel suffix. Y, okay, Y can sometimes be a vowel, and it sometimes can be a consonant, but it's saying milk-y. Okay, so yes, it is a vowel, starting with a vowel. And less. Does less start with a vowel? No, that's a consonant. So you can see they all just have one check mark, where before they all had two check marks. So we doubled the consonant before we added the suffix. Here we're not doubling the final consonant. Okay, it only has one check mark. Okay, because this ends with two vowels and a consonant, so the suffix starts with a vowel, so only have one check mark. Okay, so snooped. Milk, okay, ends in consonant, so we didn't put a check mark, but it does have a suffix that is a vowel. So one check mark is all, not two, so we didn't need to double any letters. So milky, snooped, milky. Rim did end in a vowel consonant, but the suffix started with a consonant. Okay, so we don't need to double anything. Rimless. Okay, so we've changed the root words snoop, milk, and rim to snooped, milky, and rimless. And all we had to do on these ones were to add the suffix. We didn't have to double the consonant. We only double the consonants if there's two check marks. Okay, boys and girls, I promise the more you read, that will just be in your head. Okay, this is kind of a hard rule to keep in your head, but the more you read and the more you see these words, you'll know. Okay, you're all smart second graders, so I hope you learned a lot today, and I hope you do some reading today. Thank you.